ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಲೈಫ್, ಮೂವಿ, ಕೇರ್ಸ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೂವಿ. ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅ ಮೂವಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಕಾಣಿಸೋ ಒಂದು ಹೀರೋ ಹೀರೋಯಿನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು, ಆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಅವರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಡಿಟರ್ದು ಒಂದು ಮೇಜರ್ ರೋಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಜಲ್ಸ್ ತರ ಇರೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೀನ್ಸ್ ನ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಫೈನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡೋ ಒಂದು ಎಡಿಟರ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಜರ್ನಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಅಂಡ್ ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕೇರಳ, ಬಟ್ ಹೀ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ಹಿಸ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕೇರಳ ಟು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಡಿಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ತರ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ ಎಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಹೂಮ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು?
ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ. ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ which even I forgot to tell into my stories how I got into this industry. I'll add that story now.
Okay.
Because it would have been a long story, so I have taken a segment out of it.
Okay.
So during college ಶುರು ಆಗ ಮುಂಚೆ 2011 ನೇರಂ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, which was written, edited and directed by Alphonse Putran, ಪ್ರೇಮಂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ದು ವರ್ಕು ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟು ತುಂಬ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ವರ್, ಸೊ ಶ್ರೀಕಾಂತ್ ಸರ್ ಗೇವ್ ಮಿ ದ ಗಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಮೇನ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಸ್ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎನ್ ಎಡಿಟರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ನೇರಂ.
Okay.
So plus 1 plus 2 time, so I went to watch this movie with my friends in Coronation Theatre. It's very close to my home. So that theatre alli tumba olle speakers effects alla, I got so amazed. Illi tanka ashtu edit node illa. Every movie editing was for the story. This movie was made out of editing.
Okay.
Neram anta Nivin Polidu movie. It's so good. So that same thing, I have a habit of texting people of about work. So I texted Alphonse sir, it's so good, that the software used for Sony Vegas Pro. So I am wanting to be an editor in future. What would you suggest me to learn now? So he told me learn Adobe Premiere Pro. I didn't know the word back then. So that is, I have that Facebook, that is through Facebook I have messaged. ಆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ, Sony Vegas Pro is almost gone. You now try to learn Adobe Premiere Pro. So that is the moment I started Adobe Premiere Pro. Then I got into this college works and all. So Alphonse Putran is like the god for me. Ekalavya story ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So like that I have observed him and learned the craft.
Okay.
So he is like my guru. So Alphonse ಸಾರು ಪ್ರೇಮಂ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ. So ಪ್ರೇಮಂ and all was completely that film making itself relies on editing. So that is the moment you know the craft, ಏನ್ ಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದು ಈ ತರ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ನೋಡುವಾಗ. ಗೈ ರಿಚಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಿಸ್ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಥರ್, ಶರ್ಲಕ್ ಹೋಮ್ಸ್, ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಡೌನಿ ಜೂನಿಯರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅವರು ಶರ್ಲಕ್ ಹೋಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿ ಇದೆ, ಸೋ ಗುಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್. ಅದು ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಥರ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಬೈಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಡಿಟರ್ಸ್. ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಥರ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೂವಿ ಎಡಿಟರ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ರೆಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಸೆಲ್, ಮ್ಯಾಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂರಿ, that movie editor. Then I like Ardi ma'am's work, Ardi Balraj. Then so many editors. Fenny Oliver, Misaya Murukku. So that Misaya Murukku editor is Fenny Oliver. I was more fascinated with Alphonse sir's work.
Okay.
Adu iglo, even if he releases some contents now also, I'm back to a kid right now. I will look in what effect he have used here, what kind of editing he have used. He have edited Retro's trailer. Surya's. So that trailer I pause and watch how he cut this. Same if you have noticed on the sound, he cuts through sound.
Okay.
So same sound expressions he cuts one shot by one shot. So retro trailer I was pausing and observing, oh he cut to ange. So Alphonse sir is my favorite person, favorite editor out there.
Okay. So and as an editor, ಯಾವ genre na ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ edit ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ you will enjoy while editing it? Is it like love story or horror or thriller movies, and what kind of genres? And you tell me which one is very difficult. Is there anything you felt while editing a movie like very difficult, or it's not possible to do it?
So every editor might have the same answer. The most hardest edit and the most looking, I mean, you asked now which edit are you looking up to? ಯಾವುದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಟಫೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಡಿಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ವಿಸಿಬಲ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮೂವೀಸ್ 90s ಮೂವೀಸ್ and all, if you see, you won't believe, if you tell this movie has been shot in different places, different time, you won't believe it. You will watch like real time.
Yes.
So you don't know this movie is edited or not.
Yeah, correct.
Atra edit is the toughest. That is why our old editors are legends. So adu ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಆಸೆ. Without showing gimmicks, without showing any random things, without showing off, okay, ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತು from show one, in 3 seconds you showed 16 shots, ಕಟ flash cuts. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, if you can make a person feel fallen inside a movie, ಆ ಥರ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಮೂವಿ ಶುರು ಆದ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೂವಿ ಮುಗಿಯೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. You don't know you were watching movie between that. You have seen such movies, right?
Yeah.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಓ ಇದು ಮುಗಿತಾ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೀಳೋತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಮೂವಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ. That editing is what every editors will look up to. And personally, if you ask which edit you would like to try ಅಂತ, action ಮತ್ತೆ horror,
Okay.
to make ಆ ಆಂಟಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ತನಕ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಟಕ್ ಅಂತ ಜಂಪ್ ಕಟ್, ಜಂಪ್ ಸ್ಕೇರ್. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಎಡಿಟರ್ ವುಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ ಈಚ್ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಜರ್ನರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಕಲಿಯುತ್ತೆ.
Okay.
ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸು, ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗು, ಎನಿ ಆರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಔಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಒಂದು 5-10 ಜನ್ಮ ಬೇಕು.
Yeah, that is that. Like you will always, some or the other thing will always be there to learn.
ಹೌದು.
Yeah.
You personally are a dancer,
Yeah,
so
of
you
course.
might know.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay, so ಇದು any artwork you cannot learn it completely.
Yeah.
You keep on innovating, things keep on change. So every editor would like to have his each cinema as different genres, different type of approaches. So ಹಂಗೆ.
So adolescence movie ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ? Which came
ನೋಡಬೇಕು. I have heard so much review about it.
Yeah, so ಆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಒಂದು ಆ ತರ ಮೂವಿ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದೀನಿ. ಲೈಕ್ one shot, like ಫಹದ್ ಫಜಿಲ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಜನರಲಿ ನಾನು ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಆ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ತನಕ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಲೈಕ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ವಾಚ್ ಅ ಮೂವಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಐ ಡಿಡ್ಂಟ್ ಇವನ್ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ one shot ಮೂವಿ, ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಟುಕ್ one scene in one shot, like there is no cut in between scenes. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಆ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ಈ ತರನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಸೊ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ವಾಚ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಡೋಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವಿ, ಸಾರಿ ಸೀರೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಎಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ವಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿ ಈಸಿ ಆರ್ is it more difficult to edit? Because it's like 40 minutes of episode. In that 40 minutes of episode there is no cut. It's like it's completely one shot, and I really felt like thrilled watching that. Like adu ಒಂದು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ everyone should be on same sync, and if you miss even a single scene, then you have to do it all again.
ಹೌದು.
So how do you, like, how is it difficult?
So in
how
one
difficult
shot
it is?
In one shot movies, the editing happens before the shoot.
Okay.
So most of the time directors will be the editors themselves. They will have a sense to, so basically an edit is rhythm.
Okay.
It's tala. Anything, if you lag it after the rhythm has been completed its circle, then it becomes lag. Music has 3 different standards, like pallavi, anupallavi, charanam. Similarly, the basic movie principle, audio visual thing is basically some music. Visual music added with audio music.
Yeah, okay.
So it's about tala. Before an audience gets bored of it, you have to shift it to another thing. So before we shoot it, what we do is we sit and we plan the choreography of the camera.
Okay.
ಈ ಶಾಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಬೇಕು.
Okay.
ಒಂದು 15 seconds we can see if something is happening between 3 people. So those 3 people's action should finish within 15 seconds. So the camera choreography can move into the another shot.
Yeah.
So after, if a one shot movie is being made, there is no role of any editor after the shoot, because it's one shot, you don't have any cuts.
Okay.
But to determine the rhythm of that shots is what an editor makes his role. So that will happen before the shoot while discussing that choreography. Ashte.
So you work with them, like how to take that one shot. So editor's part will also be there in one shot movie or one shot.
If a director needs an editor's help, let's say there are 3-4 sequences happening one after another, and he doesn't have a clue that where to cut a perfect sequence. So what we usually do is we make links from one sequence to second sequence. For example, maybe an actor from one first sequence can walk into the second sequence, or a product or a property can go from one sequence to another sequence. So an editor can help him to decide how much first sequence should be put on to audience.
Okay.
So one method is to create links either for character link or dialogue link or a property link through these sequences. So before even you know that I am watching the sequence, you have moved to another sequence. That is where we are being invisible. The moment you as an audience realize, oh, I am watching them talking, then gone. The art of filmmaking is to be invisible.
Yeah.
So we as an editor can involve and make us the choreography more crisp, so that the one take won't feel it as a one take shot. You will feel like oh, this mugita anta.
Yeah, that's what I felt while watching Adolescence. It's like
nice.
it's really nice series. And see, in Telugu ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿ ಇದೆ, ಈ ನಗರಾనికి ಏమైంది. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಡಿಟರ್, ಈಸ್ ಅ ಎಡಿಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ he is a photographer and then he edits pre-wedding, he does this pre-wedding shoots and all. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಬಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ವೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ನು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸರಿ ಇದು ಪಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ. ದೆನ್ he'll say like, ಭಯ್ಯ ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ VFX ತರ, ನಾನು VFX ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಾಹುಬಲಿ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎನಿ like scene or is there any situation where a director came and asked you like do such kind of VFX editing for a stupid thing?
ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೀಲಾನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು. ಐ ಡೂ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಇನ್ ಟು ಸೆಟ್, ಅವಾಗ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯು ಅಲೈನ್ ಇಂಟು ಅ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಎಡಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಪರ್ ಡೇ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಟು ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ತನಕ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ದ ಎಡಿಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್. ಆ ತರದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಪ್ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಟಿ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೀನ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Then the main editor do all this magic and maybe realign the shots. So I used to go for spot editing. I still go. So one serial shoot ge hogidru, serial teaser shoot ge. So it was we were shooting in front of a mall and male shuru aitu.
Okay.
So a director will be so much tensed when shooting because he have to people manage.
Yes.
He have to look performances. He have to look timing. ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಬೇಕು, because most of the time budget will be on your neck.
Yeah, correct.
So it's your duty to make sure the show is running in a very effective plus quality wise. So performance ನೋಡಿ, timing ನೋಡಿ, director got so fucked up. So ಆ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೊಂದು ಕಾಮಿಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಶುರು ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ he was sitting next to me and asking, ಮಗ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಳೆ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಅಂತ. Usually we put ಮಳೆ as VFX, but to remove ಮಳೆ from a scene is so tough. ಆಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಇವತ್ತಾಗಿ ಮಗ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಳೆ ಒಂದು VFX ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಸರ್, ಅದು ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, we can wait ಅಂತ. But somehow we pulled it off. We waited for some time. Then after Bangalore rains are blessed. If you wait for 5 minutes, it will
stop.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇರಳ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ next one day we can go back to home, chill, then come back. So luckily ಮಳೆ ನಿಂತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Bangalore weather is like women mood swings. You can't predict. It's like,
but ಒಳ್ಳೇದು, it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice, but that's what we can't predict it.
ಹೌದು, ನಿಜ.
So we were talking about Alphonse, right? So the trailer is edited by Alphonse. So that's why people are more interested to watch it and they are excited to watch the movie as well. So and he belongs to Subbaraju's team, right? So how, like, what is your opinion about the team and what do you have any experience with them?
That is a very good question. If I like a person, if I like a work, I research about them a lot. lot. So if you have observed, Alfonso's work started from Eli short film. So before that also he was making short film. So in Eli short film, the hero was Nivin Poli.
Okay.
And in Karthik, they used to compete in a show. Karthik Subraj sir used to compete in a show where short films are being made and being judged. There, Alphonse sir used to edit. So Vijay Sethupathi used to act. Bobby Simha in one of the short film of Alphonse sir's, hero is Vijay Sethupathi, villain is Bobby Simha.
Okay.
See, all these people are of same team. Team building is important in every career, especially in filmmaking. And you know how they stick on to each other. Alphonse sir was taking a break after the movie Gold. After that, none of the new movie got released. I mean, not even an announcement. He was taking a small break. And Karthik Subraj sir gave retro trailer edit to Alphonse sir. And in that award show, Alphonse sir was so happy that Karthik sir has made him stand and gave the credit to him. And Alphonse sir was enacting to Karthik sir by saying, "Tell that it's my comeback."
Okay.
So that is how friends are. Friends, that is the teamwork. So they stayed together. They are creating awesome products. So team building, whomever is interested in filmmaking, you find yourself a team, because there are high chances you will succeed, because it's a teamwork. A film cannot be made by one person.
Yes.
So in filmmaking, team building is so important, and without ego. For example, Alphonse sir can think he is a director of the super hit movie Premam.
Yeah.
Why should I go and edit a trailer now? Even though they are friends, why should I go and edit a trailer? Because what if my reputation? If he had thought like that, it wouldn't have happened. So if you are building a team, build it without ego, then for sure success is on your way.
Yeah, when it comes to art, or when you're working in film industry or in anything, when you don't have that ego, and when you are down to earth, when you take even if it is a single opportunity, when you take it as your biggest opportunity, then things will work in a better way. That's what I feel. Like, people should not feel like I'm a big celebrity, or I have done a big movie, then I should not do this character, or I should not do this. It's a very small opportunity, maybe I should not do it. If I do it, nan reputation kadme agutte. If we don't think in that way, things will be better. That's what
If you think about the history of art, whatever it is, singing, drawing, painting, dancing, creating films, or doing some events, everything you are doing for others to get entertained.
Yeah.
So it's a selfless service thing.
Correct.
Whenever the service word comes, you cannot put ego to that.
Yeah.
Whatever you are doing, you are selflessly doing. Only then the product gets that glow. You say, like, when you do something, when you dance, or when you create something selflessly, then the God will put that touch of glow.
Yes.
Then that product will glow like anything.
Yeah.
So to get that touch of God, you need to be selfless when creating art.
Yeah.
So there is no space for ego. Even actors are working for director is working for producer, then we are working for director. So it's a gameplay between people. There is no, and everyone is working selflessly for the ultimate goal of entertaining people.
Yeah, correct.
So there is no word for ego. If there is ego, that will show on to your product, and that God's touch, that glow won't be there.
Yeah. So as an editor, you also go to the shoot, or it's like after when they complete the shoot, then it will come to you, or daily you also have to go to the shoot and watch the scenes, like how they are taking it, so that you will get an idea of editing, or how is it?
So there is two methods. One is, before getting into that methods, every movie I commit, I sit for narration, and I sit when the pre-production is happening.
Okay.
So that is where I can contribute. It's not like I am contributing 10 things have to be considered. It's not like that. I'll put on my views to the team. When it comes to editing, when it comes to the story flow, when it comes to the rhythm. So whichever is apt to the director's vision, he can incorporate that. Movie shoot ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಇತರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Yeah.
So before, when I commit a movie, I sit for the narration, and I make sure that whatever points I feel as an audience, not as an editor, as an audience, I will share it with them. Then some movies after the shoot I'll take the footages. That is one method. Second is when I'm taking a movie I take it as a package, spot editing ಮತ್ತೆ main editing. So ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಪ್ರೇಮಗದೆ ಮೋಡಗವಿದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಮೇನು ನಾನೇ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಐ ಗೋ ಟು ಶೂಟ್, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ ಸಂಜೆ ತನಕ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಎಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ ಸಂಡೇಸ್ ಐ ಸಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೂ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಎಡಿಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ.
Okay.
And in an industry where the remunerations are very low, you cannot afford to do this for every project. So most of the successful editors are taking after shoot only. But if you are available and if the project is too big scale, you can take spot editing and be with them, because anyway instead of taking small projects, you can take that one big project and allot your time, months and months for that. One movie will take aram say 1 to 1.5 years.
Okay.
So on this Sala Premagate, as Pooja was started on 2023 January, because I have been traveling as spot editing, main editing, and I have done line producer job in that movie. I was handling VFX, supervising, sound supervising. We did the sound in Kochi, Malayalam. We wanted a Malayalam technician, and Jiju, it's a legendary sound engineer. So he did that work. So I was doing all these works. So Adrinda, it got released within 1 year. 2024 February 7th release aito. So
Okay.
if you want to do that, you can do that way. But as an editor, I would suggest, if it is too big budget movie, then you take spot editing, or else you just take the final product only.
Okay.
But whenever you take a project, be there in the narration, because that is where you can include your editor point of view. So there has been movies where the footage has been cut from 20 minutes to 40 minutes because ಅದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫೈನಲ್ ಔಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. So every 1 minute will cost aram say 4 to 5 lakhs in a normal budget. So for a big budget movie it can cost 6 to 7 lakhs. So for a 10-minute footage it's costing almost 1 CR, 70 lakhs to 1 CR. So it's better you make all this crisping, all this editing point of, if a sequence is getting too big than you are expecting, you can make it as montages and finish it within 10 seconds of BGM.
Yeah.
So, and I would suggest an editor to be in the team during the pre-production, so that you can give all these inputs and save the movie and the producer's money.